So, oh, doing a video interview, even better. Questions later.
So I'm here with Josh Urban, who writes for Dotted Music and is also a musician in his own right. And Josh, could you tell me what you do in life, and tell me about particularly the fun act that you do for the old folks?
For the old folks, well, I do a lot of things. At this point in my musical career, I wear a lot of hats. Today, I'm blogging for DottedMusic.com, connecting the dots of the music industry, covering the Future of Music Summit 2014, and been enjoying seeing some of the panels and learning about a lot of things. When I'm not doing something like this, I teach guitar, I play guitar, and one of probably the most unique things I've done is I stumbled into a niche market DJing for old people.
We should say senior citizens.
DJing for senior citizens.
We don't mean that in a bad way.
No. Many of them are my friends, and they refer to themselves as old people, but they would appreciate senior citizens.
Yeah.
Yes. So DJing for senior citizens, for well-seasoned music fans.
Experienced people.
Yes, and this is actually one of the most attentive audiences I've found. Sometimes people will nod off, but when they're not, they are the most attentive and appreciative audience I've ever played for. Started out one day, I sort of stumbled I found this retirement community and asked them if they would like a guitar show of some of the golden oldies. And they said, sure, we'll think about it. I went home and I got to thinking that they really don't want to hear me sing Frank Sinatra, they'd like to hear Frank sing Frank Sinatra. So I hooked up my PA and loaded up some old tunes and went out and hosted the Classic Radio Hour. So playing hits from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I take them on a walk down memory lane, and we love to share the music together. I've added vinyl records to the collection, and it was funny, the first day I got a vinyl record, I held it up, and you know, it's the hot new thing for all the millennials to listen to it. I'm like, oh, I got a vinyl record, and everybody looks at me like, yeah. So it's forged a lot of friendships. One of the interesting things about music is how it connects people, and it's forged a lot of friendships both through the records, you can pass it around, or even the MP3s using it, and people talk about it. You know, some lady requested a Tony Bennett song and said, oh, this is the song me and my husband, you know, used to sing together. So it was their song. So every time I play it for her, she thinks about that.
Oh, can you do a sample intro for me, maybe?
Sure, absolutely.
So my song with my husband is The Best Is Yet to Come.
Okay.
Tony Bennett's version. Do you know that song?
I don't.
Okay, well, for any Tony Bennett song you choose, how would you do your DJ
sure.
act?
Sure. Okay, so I'd say, well, folks, you know, this song reminds me of the time my father was driving across the country when he was a kid, and they were out west, and they had these baseball hats they really liked, and my uncle's hat blew out the window. So my father started singing, I left my hat in San Francisco.
Oh.
But we'll let Tony sing the real song, and here you go, and then we play it.
Very good.
So incorporate a little, you know, personal anecdotes and some history behind it. It was Oscar Wilde's birthday about a week and a half ago, so you know, we did Oscar Wilde quotes. You know, a true gentleman never hurts anybody's feelings unintentionally. So.
Very nice. Now, last thing, I can't leave here without looking at the Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yes, my tribute to the man.
Very nice.
One of the things that I think is sort of relevant to talk about Hendrix at a music industry conference is we spend a lot of time on the business and the policy side of things, trying to figure out, you know, who, you know, will listen to what and what the consumer wants and everything. And guitar players try to analyze Hendrix's brilliance, and to me, my favorite guitar player is Stevie Ray Vaughan, but the guitar player I'm impressed with the most is Jimi Hendrix, because he was fiercely himself, and he transcended the instrument, and we're just hearing Jimi. I think that's an important thing to keep in mind with all the business. The content is really important, and how can you transcend yourself?
Very cool. Do you think he ever wore a tie a day in his life?
Maybe as a mockery of ties. I was on the train today and I felt like such an imposter. I felt like all the real working people must have known that I was a musician. Maybe it was a tie, maybe it was my blue chucks, or maybe it was a smile on my face on Monday morning, but I was excited to come here, and everybody else was grumpy, I'll tell you that. I was singing Bachman Turner Overdrive in my head. You know, train's on time, you can get to work by 9. So. And I got here by 9, so it worked.
Well, thanks a lot, Josh. It was great to meet you.
Thank you.